Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I've been having a few things on my mind that I wanted to address lately, so I figured why not just fire up live stream and let me just double check, make sure everyone can hear me good and clear on here. Double check real quick. What's going on, everybody that's just now joining? What's up? I've had a lot on my mind lately, and I just kind of wanted to address it. Okay, we got it good. We got it good. What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna let people come into the chat, and then we'll get started. But the whole Vic situation, Voice of Broly situation, honestly, it's showing the flaws in a lot of people, and including myself. And this is where I feel as though I gotta humble myself, and I gotta kind of just chill back and keep it real about myself, because I think if we don't learn from the things that we love, like anime and manga, we love this, right? So why wouldn't I, as a person or anybody for that matter, learn from these things? You know what I mean? And going into a big situation that we're in right now with this whole Vic Mignogna situation, Sean Schimmel, Chris Sabat, has just been, honestly, it's been kind of weighing on me a bit, and again, I'll just wait a little bit longer to make sure, we get everybody in here. But it's been, honestly, I don't know. It's been, in a way, a painful thing, I will say the least. Thank you, not really Goku, LOL. So, anyway, honestly, I'm just going to go in because I don't know how long this stream is going to last. But so earlier on Twitter, which Twitter at this point, I'm starting to notice like, it's a battleground. And sometimes I'm better off probably staying away from certain social media, because it seems as though a lot of the trouble that I constantly find myself in and the problems usually stem from there. I mean, I ain't going to leave the platform because I love it too much and I have too many really good people there that honestly I feel need my help. A lot of people do need my help. And if I can be there to give them a positive word, then I'm going to do that. But earlier, I had looked at the Voice of Goku, Sean Schimmel's Twitter, and I saw I was still blocked. And I don't know, naive me. And people can't believe sometimes. They be like, you can't be that. No, sometimes I could be naive because I like to believe the best in people. I guess it took me by surprise to see that I was still blocked. And I know that's stupid, right? I know a lot of people are going to call me dumb. Oh my God, how could you think anything else, right? For me, I thought over a certain period of time, I guess he would have unblocked me and eventually reach out so that we could have had a conversation. Like, I look at it as like a conversation between men. That's what I guess was ideally hoping for. I'm naive sometimes because I forget not everybody's going to be like that. Not everybody is going to want to just, some people are going to look at you like you don't even matter, I guess. And I'm not accusing Sean of that. I'm just saying in any situation, some people might look at you in a way of like, what's the point? And I see from the perspective of some people that they're like, why are you, harping on this or whatever? And it's because you got put yourself in my shoes for a second. Just look behind me. This medium is a real big deal to me. This is anime and manga is very, very close to my heart. You know what I mean? This is something that I live. This is something that I watch with my family. This is something that, my life is very, very intertwined with this medium. So, of course, when the voice behind my hero, Goku, Son Goku from Dragon Ball Z, that's my hero. I've explained it many times. So, yeah, it is going to bother me, the fact of like, why can't you just, what I'm saying, give me that opportunity to have a conversation and explain my side of things and hear you out or whatever. I mean, I guess I also looked at it as he gave the opportunity to other people. But maybe it's just the world that we live in, right? I'm not special. I'm not better than any other person. So maybe that's what it is. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's showing the flaws in me, and I got to change because I got to practice what I preach. I get into a lot of arguments. I get into a lot of heated words. Thank you, Trey Golds. I get into a lot of heated words, a lot of heated arguments with people on Twitter. And I think I got to start realizing that there's, again, or not even realizing because I've already realized it, but I got to start acting on it and showing by my actions of, I want to bring change. And the change ain't going to come if I'm just constantly going and backtracking. You know what I mean? Like if I'm constantly going in and you know what I'm saying disrespectful things, regardless of if I'm being attacked or not, you know, because I could sit here and tell you guys, hey, you know, I get attacked all the time, and it does happen all the time. But why not lead by example? And instead of retaliating, instead of giving the time of day to the negativity, I focus more on the positive. And again, I'm human. I think a lot of people that constantly attack creators on here or in general is because they start to forget that I put on my shoes one shoe at a time, just like everyone else. I know some people will be like, "Yo, but I jump in my shoes." You're awesome. You're awesome, but I'm human too, and I make mistakes, and I believe that these people are human, of course, as well, and deserve the same treatment of yo. People make mistakes, so maybe in the heat of the moment, he blocked me. Honestly, a lot of people are looking at it as it's not a big deal, and it ain't in the grand scheme of things. You know, I'm going to eat and shit the exact same way, whether or not I am blocked or unblocked from Sean Schimmel on Twitter. And I guess just I'm discovering more about myself and who I am as a person. And I need to again always think back. And this is where I like to give a piece of advice to you guys: is that always remember when you're in something heated, especially if you love anime and manga as much as me, but take whatever heroes you want, whatever inspires you, whoever it is, whether it's an actor, a judge, whatever it is, take that piece that they give you and do better. You know what I'm saying? I got to lead by example. You know, I got into it again, and you know, it always attracts the same negative energy. And some people might think in the short term that's what I need or whatever, right? But you got to look at the bigger picture. And that's what a lot of people I feel always miss. You got to look at the bigger picture. There's something grander than all this. I want to be able to, in 20 years, have my children look back and respect the work that I've done. So how can I have that when I'm being childish at times, where I'm, you know, cursing people out, where I'm saying, you know, F you, this and that. Here I am bleeping it out like if I don't say it out right. You know what I mean? Like, so can't do that anymore. I've got to change. If I'm expecting these voice actors to act accordingly, then how the hell can I expect it when I'm not doing it? I got to lead by example. And if they don't decide to follow my lead, that's cool. But maybe I can inspire some kid in Milwaukee right now, or some little boy in Wisconsin, or somebody in Alabama, or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I can inspire that next kid. I'm not perfect by any means, but I feel as though I've grown a lot to the point where I can call myself out on the bull crap. And this is where I got to humble myself and say, I need to move differently from here on out. I want people to look at me and not say, oh, that's ForneverWorld. You know, you attack him, he's going to clap back. That's cool and all, but I don't want those digital brownie points. I want the digital brownie points of, hey, ForneverWorld just helped build that school somewhere, or hey, ForneverWorld. That's the thing. And even then, I don't want the brownie points from that. I just want to do it. I have to, if I want to change things, I have to change myself. And I feel as though when you go through things in life, you know, and you have a change, you know, whatever it may be. And I try to tread lightly with speaking on religion, because I don't want to offend any religion. I don't want to offend, just because in general, not even the quota. It's just I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Like, I've discovered that about myself. It hurts when I hurt people's feelings. So that's something that I got to change again. How can I be out there lashing out at people? You know, maybe sometimes when somebody had a bad day, and I'm not saying it's right, and maybe I'm naive for this too, but if somebody has a bad day and they get on Twitter and they see me popping at the mouth, maybe it might make them feel good to say, yo, ForneverWorld, shut the fuck up. So I get that side too. I get that. Which, by the way, hold on. There we go. Like, I want one day for my work that I've done, regardless of what you say, whether it's just anime reviews and this and that, the work I'm referring to is the encouragement, the positive push, so that some kid that's depressed somewhere, some little girl that's going through some real bad times can say, bro, but he did it. And I'm not promoting anything negative. If you've ever noticed one thing, like if you heard my early music that I made when I was 16, that I released when I started getting back into making music, you'll see that that was a lost kid. I was 16, 17, broke as hell, going through so many horrible things. But you listen now, I would never try and promote drug use or anything like that. Not because I'm better than that, not because of anything in particular. You know, I've been around all sorts of things in my life, but it's just a matter of I want the next generation to be better than me, be better than what I stand for. I got to push forth. I feel as though if I don't learn from like Naruto what he did and how he did it in terms of being clear-minded and whatnot, to go from hated kid of the village, the disgusting beast, to the leader of the village, Hokage, beloved, you know what I'm saying? That's me wasting something that is very powerful right there. That is a great message. And I really hope one day that I can be that same figure or head figure. I suck at that word. For the next generation, bro. I'd like to thank everybody, of course, that supports me. And I like to thank also the people that call me out on my crap. The genuine ones, though. Not the ones that are doing it simply out of cruel, malicious intent. The ones that come and say, yo, Fornev, I rock with you, dog, but you're slipping. Because y'all the ones that help get me back on course. The ones that truly, genuinely, and I can see it, I can tell love from hate from a mile away. And I appreciate those people that do it. All of you, every one of you that has ever told me, yo, Fornev, get back on your shit, bro. Don't get me wrong. I have goals and ambitions outside of this. But while I'm here, I might as well serve my purpose. My purpose right now is what you guys came here for. So I also want to apologize for the people that felt and constantly feel like if I'm trying to force my music. The last video that I made where I talked about my music or whatever, that was mainly just, I was taking a situation where two rappers that one of them people absolutely hate, Kid Woo, and saying, you know what? I might not necessarily mess with their music and their image, but the fact that we're getting mainstream artists that are having DBZ names, which stems back to anime, I looked at it as that is really dope in that term. Maybe it's bad in a sense, but there's always a little bit of good and a little bad in everything. Yeah, because I don't like what some of these artists represent. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it. But it's showing where anime has, you know what I'm saying? When I started doing this in 2010, I always tell the story about how you was laughed at for liking One Piece and many other things. Anime was just like, bro, you basement dwelling. They still say it, but it's a lot more accepted now. Regardless, love or hate it. And I ain't here to say I love it. To be honest with you, I see what it is. But like when you got Kim Kardashian talking about it, whatever you feel about that, which I'm not pro it at all. I'm not, I don't care. But it shows where we've gone and how far we've gone and how much we've excelled. And that's what I love to see. I feel as though the anime community and this anime manga culture has truly changed so much over time. And we're seeing now the kids that were 9 and 10, you know, getting the Dragon Ball Z VHSs and watching Toonami, taking their kids to the movies to see Dragon Ball and all these other cool anime films that are out in theaters now. I love it. But I also got to make sure that the next generation after that can see all this beauty and get all these messages. And that next kid that is drawing real hard can make it. I want to make sure that I give them the encouragement at the very least to show. You know what I'm saying? If it takes me roasting myself, I was over 300 pounds and miserable about it. I was just whatever. And I'm not saying that vanity is going to solve your issues and whatnot, because I work damn hard to get everything that I've got down to a mental place where now I feel a lot better about myself. I feel I love myself now. And a lot of it is always going back to anime. That kid in the orange jump, that man in the orange jumpsuit looking gi thingy that was fighting against Vegeta when I was 5 years old, that shit got me going and I love it. And if this positivity bothers you, I am sorry, but this is how I am now. This is what life has gotten me to, and I love it. And I don't want to change for anybody. And I don't want to sell my principles out. A lot of people, when I was talking about, oh, the XXL cover and me rapping, I don't have to conform my ideals to make music. You could say you'll never make it on a mainstream level. Crazier things have happened. Crazier things have happened. But if not, at the very least, it's my dream. Mine. I was 15 years old. I'll never forget my teacher, Miss Bruns. Shout out to her. I told her one day I'm going to be a big rapper. And she told me, I want to hear your song wherever you're at, Miss Bruns, where you used to let me go wild in class. Shout out to you, because I've already made it happen in terms of part of my dream. I put out an album produced by a top-of-the-line producer that is on Empire, that has worked with Drake, that has worked with Lil Yachty. I had a deal with that same producer. And I'm working on other projects that possibly can even be bigger and grander and to give back to the people. I've made my mistakes, but I got to stop making them today. Just because I'm hurt by what Sean has done does not mean that I have the authority to continue on just being petty in a basic form. So I'm going to stop that. Am I going to stop covering the Vic situation? No, because this is bigger than me. Like I've said before, this is bigger than me. This is a bigger discussion than just me. I feel as though this year, for better or worse, whether it's in the plaques or whether it's right here, this is my year. And I'm never going to feel that satisfaction of saying, yeah, I did it with 2019 if I don't stop right here and now. It's okay to make music based on situations. People take the Sean Schimmel cover and all that and say that, oh, that was a diss track. I guess, yeah, maybe you could say it's a diss track, but it was me being inspired by what happened and writing from a little bit of Vic's perspective. If you just listen to the lyrics, everybody always want to ride in the Benz, get fly and be friends. But I'll never forget when I had nothing, they left me for dead. Want to make amends, bitch, say what you said. Oh, no, you not fly. Oh, you not that guy. But watch how shit can change and you'll be hating. I'll be waiting, saying one day. That's what that was. So you want to call that diss track? Cool. And I'm allowed to do those things because I know where my heart is at. My heart ain't, hey, I want to tear a man down. My heart ain't, hey, this is all great fucking payday coming through. My heart is, this is a bigger discussion. And again, I got to stop making mistakes. One of the things I've done to make sure that I put myself in check is I don't really go on the Skypes anymore or the Discords. I think Discord is really what's popping right now. I don't do that anymore. And I want to advise any up and coming creators to be very cautious and careful when you are in those calls. This is something that I wanted to address very, very heavily. When you are in those Skype calls, those Discord calls, when you're sitting there with your friends for however many hours, if you plan on ever being something in life, watch what you do. And this is not attacking any single person in this world. I am just saying watch what you do because that's how drama and chaos starts. Okay? Again, I'm tired of people. I don't want to keep on saying over and over. This is not directed at any person. I want to make that clear so people don't misconstrue and say, no. I just want to caution the future content creators, the next ForneverWorld, the next whoever. Those places is where a lot of shit happens that ends up fucking your head up when you close that laptop up. If you want to consider it preaching, then maybe I am preaching. I don't know. Hold on. Anyway, I don't want to keep on wasting you guys this time because I know I try my best, like I said, to keep the drama-related stuff at a minimum. What you guys, or what some call drama, I see a whole bigger picture and a bigger conversation and a deeper conversation that even goes above and beyond the anime and manga community. I want to apologize to the viewers and fans of mine, the viewers and fans that genuinely aren't trying to troll. don't have a horse in the race and aren't trying to do anything that I may have hurt with my actions. I'm only human, but I'm trying my best every day to be better. And I am sorry to those people. 2019, I'm going to continue trying my best. And hey, I might here and there, yo, you really got no life. And anyway, this chat is almost over. But yeah, let's change the world for real. I really want to change the world. And thank you to each and every person that sat here and listened to me for 20 minutes. It was just something that was heavy on my heart. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.